this like history of software, so I'm going through this like old software companies like Novell. Most people forget these companies existed. You guys know anything about Novell? That's where Eric Schmidt came from. Novell was actually pretty big for their time. They were like a serious competitor to Microsoft. Do anybody remember Corel or Borland? Hard to count. Some of these as like e-commerce versus software. What's the difference? Anybody else have some good software history? Yeah, market's recovering a little bit here. Not modeling cash flows. I'm just getting some old revenue figures. Trying to get ready for like what can AI actually bring to the table. Texas Instruments is not an old software company; they're an old hardware company. Come on, old semiconductor company. Excuse me. I don't know if that's a underrated book, Paul, because like everybody knows that book in software. But I hear you. Let's see how back FactSet goes. 1996. Yeah, I'm using some what's called day trading buying power. QBasic was always a property of Microsoft. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. This isn't a model. This is like trying to synthesize how big the software industry was before and after various paradigm shifts. So it's nothing to do with modeling or discounting cash flows or something like that. Yeah, Web3 is toast. I don't know what to say about Hood. Yeah, I have Lotus. Who else other than Lotus? BMC, that's a good one. Thank you. Way to go, YY. I should promote you to mod, dude. That was great. Oh yeah, I remember a whole bunch of them now. BEA, remember BEA Systems, the middleware company. Who else? Manhattan Associates. These are all good. Can't believe I'm remembering these all of a sudden. Parametric. Um, who's it? Tibco. Is it BA Systems or BA Software? I don't remember. What other old school enterprise software can you guys remember? Tibco is legendary. Post my trades. What do you think the thing in the upper right hand corner is? That's my P&L. I actually went through the whole. Yeah, Dassault is a good one. I have that. I have Dassault. Come on. Who else? $5 if you give me a good one. Loud Cloud? Yeah. I'll throw Loud Cloud on there. SAP's on it. Come on. I know SAP. Sun Micro. Come on. Stop the bullshit. You know, choose carefully because if you give me the wrong thing, you can get banned. Or you give me a $5 cash app. I'll throw you $5 cash app easy. CA? Computer Associates? You think I missed Computer Associates? Come on. Mongo doesn't count. That's not an old company, but I'll throw it. It's not on the sheet, so I got to throw it on the sheet. Napster, not a software company. Of course I have Symantec. How did I ever miss Symantec? How could I miss PeopleSoft, bro? PeopleSoft is one of the goats. Citrix, thank you. Citrix isn't that old, but I still would say you're eligible for a $5 cash app if you want to throw a cash app in. Informatica, not an old one, but I didn't have it on here. And obviously Salesforce just bought them out. No, Valve doesn't count. Come on. Don't write shit if you don't know what you're talking about. Some of y'all know what you're talking about, some of you don't. XCOM? Was that a thing? Maybe you can add a description if you want. You don't have to just put the company name. Some of you will get banned. Leave that. Red Hat doesn't really count, but I think I have to put it on the list because IBM bought them a while back. But yeah, Red Hat is so-so. HashiCorp is a brand new company, dude. It's not on the list. You have to give a description of the company. Only software. Yeah, some of you guys just don't write. Stop writing. Does Netscape count? I don't know. I guess Netscape counts. Fuck it. Dude, SAP. I have to. We have to time some of these people out. Like SAP is one of the largest software companies today. This guy. I got Ariba. Do I have Ariba? I should have all those. Ariba, i2. That was good. Peregrine. Quay comes in. from out of nowhere. Slam dunk, James Quay. Ideally, publicly traded companies, not ICQ. I'm talking about the publicly traded software companies. Ask, I could do Ask Jeeves. Ooh, Cognos. Cognos and Business Objects. That's Imperium. Do you want Cash App for that? That was good. That was good. Akamai is still publicly traded and still a pretty prominent company, so I don't know about Akamai, but okay. You throw in your Cash App. Epicor, were they public? Oh, I have Epicor. Phew, that was a good one. TeamViewer is still publicly traded. Actually, not bad. Not a bad idea to. It's not an old company. I'm looking for companies from the 80s and 90s. I know all the other ones. Yeah, I have Lotus. It was not. It wasn't really a software company, was it? This guy writes Adobe. Legato. Okay. I somewhat remember Legato. I certainly remember EMC. Byteworks, were they public? How much revenue? Give me some details, please. MATLAB was always a weird one. Teradata, that's old school. MicroStrategies technically counts. MicroStrategy technically counts. Judges? Judges? We'll accept it. Was Concur its own publicly traded company? I think it was. Real Player. Real Player was real. McAfee. McAfee was real. I don't know how to spell McAfee. Real Networks, right? Palm Pilot was like a hardware thing. VisiCalc was that Apple? Net Company? What did Net Company do, Emil? Autodesk. I'd be embarrassed if I don't have it on here. Of course I do. One of the biggest companies in the world. Come on, man. Just Software. Publicly traded, ideally. Napster, this fucking idiot. I must have missed the Napster IPO. Yeah, I have Ansys. I'm sure I have Ansys. Yeah, there's Ansys. Kaspersky was never public. MuleSoft. Remember MuleSoft? Of course I have CA. Come on. MuleSoft is a relatively new company, but I'll throw it on there anyway. But some real old school software companies, man. Come on. All right, Ethan's banned. Yeah, you want to be funny on my stream. This isn't a comedy stream. This is not a fucking comedy stream. Yeah, these are all new ones. People, of course I have PeopleSoft, bro. Come on. Stop playing with me. Cognos was sick. Cognos was really good. Net Zero was much more of a
Top news alert. U.S. shutdown sends airlines scrambling as travel chaos looms.
Tibco I have. Tibco would have been A1. Oh, Veritas. Anybody remember that one? Come on. None of you guys are all young. You guys are all brand new. I remember Veritas, bro. Macromedia counts. Adobe did buy them, but they were public. They were first public. Macromedia is a good one. Was Pathfinder public? Or meaningful? If it's not public, it has to be like a really meaningful company, not like some tiny pissant company. I have Novell, I have Borland. Good job, Max. I'm gonna let Biohaven run, even though I have a really, really big position. I have Amdocs. That's obviously one of the biggest software companies ever. Was B Inc. public? You have to give me the ticker if it was public. And if it was private, you have to give me how much revenue it was. Yeah, Amdocs old school. You do the research, okay? You got to do the research. Xerox was a mix. It wasn't really. I have Checkpoint. I have Tibco. Sun was hardware. Stop being idiotic. Net Company in Copenhagen. I'm looking for old companies. That company is not a bad one. That's a pretty good one. Thank you for that. Juniper Hardware, come on, do your basic research. Don't just type garbage in here. No, global, fine. Global, fine. Can't AI propagate for this for you? Go ahead. Ask AI for me. I'll give you $5 for every company. Nintendo counts, actually. Software, I mean, more broadly defined, but Nintendo. Do I have Activision here? I mean, it's sort of media as well, but, you know, I can throw in the video game companies. They kind of are special mention. Maple. Where's Maple? I have Cadence. One of the biggest. Entrust is a good one. I have Real Networks. I don't need the new ones, Thomas. I know all the new ones. Altera's hardware. Soft image. I'll add it. Do the research first. Don't just throw shit out there. This guy, Yahoo, Sony. I'm going to ban some of you guys. Capcom, you know, video game company. Roper is a good one. I think I might have Roper. No. Tyler. I'm trying to remember publicly traded ones from my back in the day. Skype doesn't count. Tibco I have. Juniper doesn't count if it was all hardware. LinkedIn, very good, very good. LinkedIn does count. Technically, Zynga counts. I think I have Zoom. I have Zoom. I wouldn't say Nokia counts. WebMD kind of counts. It was called Healthion, right? Silicon Graphics was hardware, man. Siebel, of course, I have. Not going to leave out the legend. Research in Motion hardware. Saba. 90s, maybe early 2000s, maybe 80s. LinkedIn kind of counts. I mean, it is software. Programmers work at LinkedIn. BOS? I don't think BOS. Oh, Bsoft. Yes. BSFT. What was BSFT? There was that's a good one. What was BSFT? I have Sybase. You really think I'm going to miss Oracle? You really think I'm going to miss Oracle? Come on. Why is Palantir falling out of bed? Yeah, Dassault. Of course I have Dassault. Alta Vista was actually public. CompuWare is a pretty good one, I think. What was Bsoft? BSFT was not. Yeah, I know Broadvision. Which one was BSFT though? It's on the tip of my tongue. Of course I have Intuit. It's like literally one of the biggest companies in the world now. Okay, it was Broadsoft, I guess. Iona. Iona's a good one. Boiled potatoes. Very nice. Very nice. I have Lotus. Of course I have Lotus. Come on. Who wouldn't have Lotus? Who wouldn't have Siebel? Was GeoCities public? Atari doesn't count. Bell Labs is part of AT&T, dog. Gateway was a fucking computer hardware company. What the hell are you smoking? Yeah, but was GeoCities public? Compaq was a fucking computer company. We have Macromedia. Bon is actually a really good one boiled. E-Machines was hardware. Paychex is a good one, actually. Sterling. Who was Sterling? Tieto? Redis. Compaq did software, but I just can't. I guess you want me to go in and strip out the software part of it? BMI. Who was BMI? Visa and MasterCard kind of almost count. Unisys, that's a good one. Unisys made hardware too, though. GeoCities was public? Oh my god. What's going on with the market? Let's not get too distracted. IonQ is down. D-Wave is below 29. WordPerfect was a Corel product. Software AG is a real one. That's a good one, Julian. Epiphany. And Trent coming in out of nowhere. Epiphany and InfoSpace was INSP, if I recall correctly. Intuit is literally one of the largest companies in the world right now. Microprose, nice. Equantive. Equantive is a real one. DoubleClick. If you want to know where the future's heading, you got to know a little history. Got to know a little history, right? I have Sybase, of course. Come on. Who do you think I am? Cognos I have. Cognos is a really good one. Digital Insight. Great Plains. That's a good one. Very nice. Great Plains is a good one. Weekly, if you want to reward me for the trade, sign up for Godel. GodelTerminal.com. Toshiba, Kloop. Toshiba's a old Japanese hardware company. Pega and Sage. Boiled is, you're on fire. How are you getting these boiled from memory? Pega Systems was the shit. Do you like the new mic? I can pretend to sound like Howard Stern. GitLab, this fucking guy. I don't need the new ones. Constellation. Yeah, I got Constellation on there. Number 13. Hyperion. What did Hyperion do? I think I have Guidewire, and they're not that old. Yeah, I have Guidewire. Digital Insight. Okay. Micrographics. I have Citrix. Thank you. Jack Henry. Ah, Waterboy did it. He did it. Jack Henry. S-Base? Are they public? No, Alejandro, no. Barry doesn't know anything. Sun was a hardware company. It was one of the most famous companies ever. Blue Coat was one of the first stocks I looked at. Blue Coat. Oh, that's funny. Who else? WebSense was another one. WebSense, Blue Coat. Web Methods. Ooh. These are good. Hyperion and Oracle? Okay. I don't remember Hyperion. I kind of remember Hyperion now. Yeah, I guess Cerner is a good one. Yeah, these are good. You guys are good. HCL was that's sort of like Indian offshore, right? Lycos. So, I like this. People have said Sun 25 times. I have Checkpoint. Come on, Checkpoint's still one of the bigger companies. Take Two was acquired by Zynga. That's news to me. That's a weird one, Mercurial. Were they public? Quest is a good one. Get Lucky. That was a really good one. Way to go. Quest is a really good one. Prodigy was never public, I don't think, and Dark Trace is a well-known currently public company. It has nothing to do with 80s or 90s software. SPSS, yes. SPSS. IBM bought them, right? Some of you guys really need your head checked. Like, we're looking at old companies. This guy goes, UiPath. Coherent? You're talking about the optical company? Teradata? LSI is semis, dude. Metasolve, okay. Yeah, we have Corel, come on. Corel was very popular. I'm thinking more enterprise stuff, guys. I have Ariba. Ariba was one of my favorite shorts way back when. GoDaddy is okay, but it's a very big publicly traded company. I'll take it, Mercurial. Delrina. I'm trying to put together a history of software, so I'll take it. But enterprise software. Kana. Oh, that's a blast from the past. Stellant? Stellant rings a bell. What did Stellant do? WebEx. Of course, I have Sybase. Come on. WebEx is a good one. That's a really good one. What was the one? Loud Cloud, right? I have that one. Hyperion, sysadmin. I wouldn't count Cognizant or 3Com. Scripts is more of media. Cloudflare is a huge, currently publicly traded company. Omniture. Omniture. Who is Omniture? That sounds so familiar. Market's shitting the bed right now. NCR is a good one. Peachtree is a good one. NCR made a lot of hardware though. SAS and SPSS. I remember mp3.com. That was a good one. Peachtree was the shit. I think I added Sterling. I don't recall it very well. General Magic, were they public? I think they might have been. Because I'm using a lot of margin, Sean. CMGI, do they count? Does CMGI really count? ICG? I think I have ink to me. Oh, I don't have ink to me. Oh, JD Edwards. I always mixed up JD Edwards and Jack Henry. JD Edwards really good. Sagent. Bentley. Commodore's hardware, man. No? iFlyTech is currently a huge publicly traded company. Come on now. Learning Company is a good one. Yeah, these are good memories, but this is definitely serious data. CD Projekt, still publicly traded, very big company. Certicom. Certicom is the ECC company. Also RSA. I have Tipco. Live Person's a good one. Stamps.com. Audible's a good one. Ziff Davis, more publishing. I did see the data, Brandon. I liked it, actually. Documentum. How could I forget Documentum? Dexcom. What? Tibco. Of course I have Tibco. Of course I have Lotus, yes. Quarter Deck. Who was Quarter Deck? VEA. VEA is a good one. Those are all new companies, Lay. I'm looking for old companies. Ultimate Software is a real one. That's real. Yeah, some of you guys are missing the plot. I have Veritas. I have Cerner. I have Sybase. Come on. These are too obvious. Of course, I have Novell. Come on. Damn guard data. Interesting. You had to do a little research here, guys. You don't just put out track to Shkreli. Commerce One. Commerce One? Digital River for sure. Commerce One. Who was Free Markets? I kind of vaguely remember Free Markets, but I kind of don't as well. All right, we don't have to keep doing this, but it's fun. I have most of those. Don't have Witness. Who is Witness? Candle. David Weatherall. What a name. Lavasoft was public, no? Mostly like thinking enterprise software guys, but you know. Oh, who is that? There was a bunch of these. You can just look at what Vista and Toma Bravo have acquired over the years, probably. Of course, we have Sybase. Come on, guys. I thought WordPerfect was a Corel product. I have Informix. Of course, I have Borland. Omniture. Claris is a good one. Can't believe I forgot Commerce One. Can't believe I forgot Commerce One. That's like today's IonQ, honestly. Netscape, MetaTrader. Claris. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Palantir. It's burning a hole in my pocket though. Who's the company? Dassault. Dassault bought a bunch of companies. They bought Excel, and then there's Schrodinger. Dassault bought what was that medical clinical trial software. Medidata. A lot of these ended up being acquisitions. I have Bond. Yeah, I have WebEx. Frame. Why does frame sound familiar? BMC was a really big one. Yeah, that's the hope, Bulbasaur. That's the hope. Autodesk. I haven't heard of this mysterious company, Autodesk. What is it that they do? Who could it be? I just sit in Palantir. That's all I've been doing. I don't know why. I'm gonna do an interesting, comprehensive analysis of the software industry and how it moved throughout various paradigm shifts. That's a good idea, Leon. Who is that company? Oracle. Oracle bought a lot of companies. I have Magic. Defunct software companies in the United States. That sounds fun. There's not that many. Oh, okay, here they are. Agile. Agile definitely counts. Now we say Agile for the development approach, I guess. Scene I recognize. Biohaven CRL is out. I don't think it's where Agile comes from.
2025. Let me see here. 2025 11. Here it is. I mean, that seems expected to me. Thought works. Tivoli is a good one. Then there's SS&C. I don't know if Biohymon has to raise capital that fast. They got a lot of good investors that want to give them capital. They have $400 million as of Q3. They have 250 in debt. Let's see how much they burned. 150 a quarter. So, yeah, they probably should raise capital soon. Market's really dropping here. Ocla's down 9%. Trump, save us. Oh, wow, farming. Duo Flingo. SPY down 1%. It's Armageddon. In the dot-com bubble, this was every day, all day. Every day, all day. Market's down 50 bips. Market's down 1%. Every single day. These guys ever go public? I don't think so. Joke. Did BSD ever go public? I don't think so. Acquired. Was Wind River? Oh, also faced bankruptcy. Brainware seems familiar. Brio. Brio is public. Bristol was public, I think. HP also bought a lot of software companies. I am down today, but I'm long. My biggest position is long Biohaven, where you may see it's up 5%. I'm also short quantum stocks, which you may note are down heavily. Do I have your permission to continue my day, or do I have to do what you say? Oh, that's right. I don't have to do what you say. You can suck my balls. Ah, I totally forgot. Oh, for a second there, I thought you were somebody important. CFDs have their place. I would just be careful. You know, one false click and you're done. Leverage is dangerous. Pivotal. Pivotal is a good one. Yes, Swaglord, it does. Converse. Converse was a really good one. The Converse CEO was arrested for backdating stock options and then he fled to Africa. Fucking based. It's fucking based. My lawyer represented him. Based. Yeah, IonQ has retard strength, but so does the rest of Quantum. I don't know. It's just quants kind of playing around with these stocks more than it is actual people who have opinions and stuff. You want a Santa Claus rally? Or do you want a lump of coal? You gotta just watch the stream, Katsuru. You can also try my product. It's called GodellTerminal.com. Why do you think Biohaven should be up? I was like in the CRL, they were adamant. Thanks. Yeah.
Gakla is a really good tell for the market too.